All these ideas are incredible. The mental health and well-being aspect of looking after the children. It's something that's so important, and it needs to not just be spoken about, but actually implementing it into the daily life of these students, into their goals, and changing them for the better throughout the year. Right from the get-go, after they get settled in term one, we're going to get the Beyond Blue team out. The Beyond You initiative is amazing, and they get to talk to the students. They go on about all their choices, and just getting their goals in check for the year. Over to term two, we'll get Paul Dillion out to speak to the year 10 to 12 students. It's hard to tell students not to do and not to make poor choices, but he does that, and he also provides them with another, when they're in the poor choice, when they're in a situation, like who they can contact, who you can go to feel safe and loved, and just worrisome free from troubled friends or family or parents. During term two, also there'll be a PD session for the staff. This will just be once a year, so staff can get ahead of those mental health practices. Are You OK Day is the focus of term three, with it being on the 12th of September this year. The whole week would be lit up, hopefully with lots of things before and after school, just checking in on the students, checking in on each other, learning how to ask those tough questions for each other. This schedule would just be the same as the next year, 2025, and forward, just different dates and different start dates and stuff. In 2024, there'll be a weekly breakfast club on a Friday morning, and hopefully at the end of 2024, the beginning of 2025, we'll implement the same structure with the inclusion of dinner club on a Wednesday evening or after school. I'll talk about that more on the next slide. So counselling will be offered throughout the whole day, start to finish. Hopefully just not during the day, during the periods throughout the day, like during a math class or an English class. We'll just hope to not take students away from their learning, as that's what we're trying to do at school. Yeah, if it's an emergency, we'd just work with the teacher, work with the counsellor, see if they can get some time out. During their 15-minute break, they can have some time out from themselves. They can have a little session with themselves, just talk to themselves outside the classroom, in the grass, in the break room, just some time alone. The break room will just be offered to students Mondays to year 12s, Tuesdays for year 11s, and so on down the line. It's just a different group each day. Just hopefully you make some friends, you make some mates during recess and lunch, and each term we just change the schedule of which year level goes in on that day. Breaking it up is difficult, but for students who are friends in different levels, but it's also a great idea to swap around what students are with each other and what students are on a Monday, because not every student will be able to get to school on a Monday. They miss out, and they're constantly doing that, or it just changes the days when you get high attendance rates in school. Before school would be the breakfast club, obviously, and dinner club after school. I'll get into that on the very next slide. Right, so breakfast club runs by the food department and the canteen, rotating with different staff each Friday morning. It's just a great opportunity for students to get out of the house a little bit early. A lot of students come to school early anyway. A lot of students come to school hungry. They don't have time in the mornings. Some of them get dropped off too early by their parents. And it's just a nice little area to be in, make some friends, get a routine in your life. And you get to learn how to cook something, or even if it's just pouring cereal into bowls or cleaning dishes. Later on in 2024, hopefully, or the start of 2025, we'll get the Meals on Wheels implemented in the school. It'd be on a Wednesday morning, they'd drop off the food to the school, just a partnership, and then by the end of the day, they send out the meal plans, and all the students who want to attend, whether it be 5 or 20 students in the foods department area, they follow the set of the instructions, they do the cooking, they do the cleaning, they package up their meals, they write labels on their meals, and the agreement is that students must donate at least 1 container of food to send out to the community. The aim is to ensure that students are getting their own food that night for dinner. A lot of them hang around school, a lot of them don't bring food, a lot of them don't have a lot of food to go home to. And it's just a great opportunity for students to not go hungry and for them to also give something out to the community before the end of the day. I'll pass on to Jessie for the conclusion.